Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today eMind Rocks. I'm Chaiti Narula. Mental health is one of the most ignored topics in India, and the lockdown has finally taught us how mental health needs attention. Not just mental health, mental well-being on an everyday basis needs your attention. With all these social distancing norms and with the lockdown, people getting confined into their homes as well, not going to work, we were often left alone with ourselves and with our thoughts. If you were mentally fit, you got through with ease, but for the rest, it did take a toll. Let's now understand how we can look after our mental health just like we look after our physical health as well. Joining me today is Dr. Sameer Parekh, one of the biggest voices in the country who's championing the cause of mental health and one of the most passionate professionals who's taken it up upon himself to create more awareness about mental well-being. Dr. Parekh, welcome and appreciate you taking the time out for us.
Thank you. And a big thank you to the entire team for keeping a topic on mental health because I think you guys in the media need to keep talking about mental health and prioritize mental health because it's not just professionals like me who have a role to play. It's you who need to take the voice and create an outreach for the benefit of the society.
Oh, absolutely. It's just a mutual effort. And I think we all recognize this finally as well. And hence, we are also seeing, Dr. Parekh, more dialogues about mental health taking place across the board as well. And especially India Today has always been at the forefront of carrying these dialogues forward as well. Let's begin, Dr. Parekh, by asking you first. Why is it, Dr. Parekh, that this subject is so hugely ignored in India? Why is it there is so much stigma attached to something being wrong with the mind? Every one of us needs mental well-being, and you're somebody who champions this cause. Physical well-being just seems to not be enough if the mind is not well. Why is it that we are so clandestine when it comes to talking about this?
Lots of factors, Shetty. Our biggest problem is that we've never had enough experts. So what has happened is that our experts are densely populated in some areas and hardly in the other areas. We've not been able to ensure that primary healthcare and mental health interface happens. Put that together with the portrayal of me through media, entertainment media that has happened over the several decades around mental health, from comedy to psychopathy to violence and horror. So that has played its own role. And we've not done enough awareness that people are able to understand that mental health is very much like any other problem, any physical health. And because the facts are 1 in 5 people in the world would suffer from mental ailments. And the fact is that depression is the single largest illness in the world. But if we continue talking about it, we normalize the conversation in a way that two young people can actually have a conversation and say, okay, hey, I've been having some stress issues and I'd like to talk to you. Or a young professional can talk to his colleague or boss and say, I'm having sleep disturbances. I might need to seek help or a medical help. The level of conversation we need to happen. Only then we'll be able to give the right support to people who will be
Yes.
struggling.
Yes, absolutely. And I know that you have been conducting such successful programs when it comes to mental health advocacy as well from your side, which is creating a huge impact as well. We as media are now taking the plunge and trying to normalize the conversation as much as possible. And we are seeing many people come forth, and seek the right kind of advice from professionals as well. One thing that we have noticed with people who are coming forth or being a little reticent about seeking support is the fear of it being very expensive to spend on proper mental health care professionals. Would you like to break that myth? Is it a myth? Is it a reality? What is it?
No, that's not true. I think we'll also need to understand, like any other profession, or let's say, especially in healthcare, you have a spectrum of services available from government, public sector to private sector, from organized and unorganized to individuals to the corporate. And that difference would always be there. But if you compare the cost of treatment to most countries in the world, you would realize that it's a big myth that mental health treatment is expensive in India. In fact, add on to that, if you currently look that with telemedicine being allowed, if you look at the data, then one of the largest chunk of treatment that is being provided right now by most hospitals is happening in mental health, because more and more people are able to seek help because it is cost effective, effective per se, and because of Digital India, the outreach is also improving. So I think this is a myth that it's expensive in India. I don't think that's true.